These sunflowers, they're dead. They're wilting. They've been in the water here for days. So I wanted to talk about moving on from breakups. I can't sit this anywhere, so I'll just hold it. I feel like my hair looks really dry. I feel like there was just so much I wanted to say just now. I couldn't even get it out. So I watched this Ralph Smart video, and basically the message I got out of the whole 20 minutes was, what's meant to be will happen. It'll take place. If it leaves, let it go. If it didn't start out with a solid, strong foundation, it's going to crumble apart really easily. Why is there tape on our... if it doesn't have a strong foundation, it'll tumble over. Like, you know, Jenga, when you stack all those little blocks up, you need to have like a good foundation in order to make it higher. And if you remove one of the blocks from the foundation, or you miss a block, the chances of it tumbling are much higher, you know? And often in life, we think we're ready for something when in actuality, we're not. But sometimes you're ready to learn a lesson. Sometimes that's all the whole situation or relationship was, to show you something about yourself that you didn't know you needed to learn. And I appreciate those kind of relationships. I really do, because they're real eye-openers. I am sorry, this positioning is just terrible. I think this is fine. But basically, yeah, if it doesn't have a solid foundation and you don't completely get each other before you start officially dating, it's gonna fall apart, or it's not gonna be stable for very long. I never have spite when I end relationships or friendships or anything, because when you have spite, that's just a reflection of yourself, and that's something that's really ugly, and it's really unproductive, and it's really low vibrational. I don't want to vibrate low when I have the option to vibrate high and take what I've learned from that situation and apply it to my life and not make that mistake again. I don't regret any relationships I've had. Why would I regret something that's built me to who I am today? Why? Who wouldn't want that taken away? Just because it didn't end pleasantly doesn't mean that it's something that you need out of your timeline. Everyone has learning to do, and we all learn in different ways, and the universe, it adjusts to the decisions you've made. It said, okay, well, she was going to learn this anyway, so let's just put it in this situation, you know? And that's the only way we can grow. Yes, I looked at my potted plants, and I got that analogy. That's the only way we can grow, though. And the healthy way to grow and move on from whoever you're with is to wish them nothing but the best. Wish that they find love and happiness, which is what you guys were trying to accomplish together, and it didn't happen. But it's never good to wish anybody ill will, because that's just energy you're throwing out, and energy is a boomerang. It will come back to you. So I don't ever want to wish that upon someone, because at one point, you have to admit, at one point you loved that person so much and saw so much good in them, and you were rooting for them. You were rooting for both of you. But it didn't work out, you know? It's fine. That's how life is. It's not good to dwell on things. It's good to acknowledge the way it makes you feel, but it's also good to pick yourself up and realize that you're beautiful and you're strong, and this is nothing, because you have your whole life ahead of you. You have a lot more hurt that you're going to encounter than a relationship ending. So take that and I don't do what you want with it, but it's kind of wanted to talk about it because it's just been in my mind, and I've only talked to Brie about it, so kind of wanted to just make a whole video. And it's funny how subjective people can be when you say something online and they take it and they try to apply it to themselves, but it's like my ego self wants to come out and be like, you're not the only person that is in my life. You know, there's other people who are around me doing things that I have an opinion on. And it's not about only you. It's not about you anymore. You know, it was about you when we were together and when we were trying to build each other up and trying to love each other, to drown out all the chaos that was brought into our lives because of it. But at this point now, ever since it first broke off, it's not about you anymore. That's not healthy. Why would it still be about you if you're not in my life anymore, you know? But like on my Twitter, all I tweet, like I tweet nothing but love. I make sarcastic jokes sometimes, but I tweet out because I know when you tweet out things that are not productive, you're just projecting constantly out there into the universe, and people will pick that energy up and absorb it, because I read people's tweets, and if it's bad, it makes me feel bad. If it's good, it makes me feel good, you know? You get what you put out, and what people put out, you'll take it in, and it's just a whole cycle. It's just transferred energy. Through the phone, it doesn't matter if it's in person or online, like, it's still being transferred, you know? But I'm not this immature, spiteful, obnoxious person. I could never be that, because I know better, you know? I know better. And sometimes you might feel the need to feed your ego, but it's a very, very brief satisfaction feeding your ego, because you know in your heart that's not who you are. It's not who you are, and that's not how you felt with this person before. So why would it change? That's what I don't understand about breakups. People totally shift, and they talk so badly about this person that used to be such a huge part of their lives, just because it didn't work out, or because they did something you didn't like. Why does that make you feel better? Why does that make you want to feed your ego and gas yourself up, but you know that that's not how you truly feel about the person, you know? It's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to process the pain, but projecting that online, and that's just not something that I would do, and it's not something that I do. I'm not perfect. You know, I tweet about how I feel. I tweet indirectly sometimes because I'm still healing. I'm still healing now. You know, relationships, they take a lot of time and energy, and it's not going to happen overnight. It's just the circle of life. It's the way our hearts mend. We project without realizing we're projecting, and we just need to take a step back sometimes. And I went to the beach at 5:30 a.m. with my friend Bree, and that really helped me. It just really helped me realize that it's so much bigger than this little chapter, this tiny little sub-chapter in my life. It's so much bigger. There's so much more coming for me, and I accept it. And I accept the emotions I feel right now. I accept the emotions I felt last week, because it's all healing, and it's just getting rid of that detachment and making room for more love. That's all this is about anyway. We're all just put here to love and teach each other and lift each other up. Society's made us feel like we should all be against each other in competition, when in reality we shouldn't be anybody's competition. We should all be working together to make this world a better place and to spread love. I don't care how much of a hippie it sounds like it sounds so hippie-ish, I know, but it's true. Because that's why love makes us feel so good, and happiness makes us feel so good, because we're supposed to feel that way. We're supposed to make each other feel that way. If I see my friends are sad, I'm going to reach out to them until they can feel better, or at least let them know that I'm there, you know? If someone's not in my life anymore and I see that they're having a hard time, I'm still going to reach out to you, because I still have no ill will against you. You know? It's all a matter of perception. Everything is really subjective. I hate the internet sometimes because people get the wrong message when I'm not even thinking about that person, or, you know, I try not to subtweet. I try to tweet generally, you know, but sometimes I get caught up in my ego and I tweet things that could be hurtful, and I'm just human. I'm learning, and I'm just healing. It's a lot to heal from. It's a lot to take in and push out in a way. All right, bye guys.